Hello, and welcome to Dixon Realty's Reno Sparks market update for the first quarter of 2025. Typically, the first quarter has results that are less demand as well as even less inventory compared to other quarters just because of our seasonality effect with the winter. Now, we did have a lighter winter this year than years past, so let's see how that translated for us. So first, take a look at median sales price. We can see that the first quarter was median sales price of $569,705. Now comparing that to the last quarter of 2024, that's down 2.8%. But comparing it to the first quarter of 2024, so year over year analysis shows that we're up 3.2%. So overall, I'd say that the market is still appreciating. Now, how did this translate from looking at both sales as well as listings? We can see that homes that sold in the first quarter tallied 1,014. That's down 9% from, again, the last quarter 2024, which historically is pretty normal. Usually the winter does affect our demand. But with it being a lighter winter than it was the winter before, and potentially some type of boost at the beginning of the year with elections being behind us, we can see that we were up 16%. From a year-over-year perspective. So again, we did have a better first quarter as far as demand and sales this year than last. New contracts is a way to kind of measure what's the temperature right now for demand. And it is picking up. As you can see, we have 1,139 new contracts in the first quarter compared to the last quarter of 1,037. So that's up quarter over quarter, and that's also up year over year. So a good sign for local demand. In regards to new listings and how is the inventory going, we can see that this is also up quarter over quarter as well as year over year. So 1,200 or 1,279 new listings in Q1 is 25% more than the last quarter of 2025 and 17% than the first quarter of 2024. So our active inventory, what's available in this first quarter for buyers to look at was 2,162 homes. That's actually down 17% from, again, the end of 2024. So that typically would mean that we'd see possibly higher sales prices, but because we had lower demand, it was less demand overall than active inventory that we still had some prices falling. But to see that the active inventory is decreasing, that does mean we'll probably, as demand picks up this spring, start to see pricing pick back up. So don't be surprised to see in our second quarter, our median home price make a move upwards. Days on market is a great way to kind of tell what's the speed of the market. How long is it taking for homes to sell here? So 92 days was our Q1 days on market average. The quarter before that was 84. Again, typically you see some increase during a slower winter market, and it was 94 the first quarter of last year, so it showed a little quicker market. I do think that the days on market probably will start to decline if we don't have a lot more inventory come on as demand picks up. But if the seller surprises us in the second quarter and that inventory floods and outstrips demand, you will see it take a little bit longer to get your house sold, and that could reach up into the triple digits, maybe 100 plus days. My guess is it'll probably actually come down. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your getting information from Dixon Realty. If you have any questions, please reach out to your favorite Dixon agent. And again, have a great quarter.